I need to go get a controller for this. Hang on a second. Oh, and I need to pause. Debut trial run of this bad boy. We'll see how that goes. I need a cable. I didn't say I was streaming, I'm very sorry. Do I actually need 2 cables? I confess I have never used this before, so... Did I take the meat out to thaw? No. Hang on a second. I'll go get it. Okay, let's do a quick Google and see how on earth we make the Nixie Wizard work with PC. Let's see.
As I mentioned, you can also use this on a PC. To set this up, in your PC Bluetooth settings, search for a Bluetooth device, and press and hold the Joy-Con sync button, which is between the SR and SL on the side of each Joy-Con. Then on your PC, it appears as it normally would as Joy-Con L and Joy-Con R. You will need to pair them separately. Once both paired, it's time to get them working in game, so you do need to check that if your game of choice supports Joy-Cons. Steam has added this compatibility within the settings, so go in there, add Joy-Cons as a controller, calibrate it if you want to.
I just made a decision, and the decision is we're not using this today. Because that's a pain in the ass. Means we're using OE. Nothing like using original hardware. Okay. Back to the game. Settings, controller mapping. Oh, right, I have to launch this through Steam. I forgot. No big deal. Steam library. Ship of Harkinian. Properties. Browse. Not that one now. It's this one now. Hey. Does it just work? It just works. It just works. Oh. Okay. Oh, good lord. Here we go. All right. Let's see. All right. Area access. Forest is open. Kakariko Gate is open. Door of Time open. Sora's Fountain should be open. No wait, closest child. That's right. We want Ruto's letter. Starting age child. Gerudo Fortress Carpentress should be fast. This should be medallions. Medallion count should be 6. Ganon's trial is skip. Dungeon entrance shuffle off. Shuffle oranges off. Shuffle interior entrances. Shuffle grotto entrances off. Shuffle warp songs? No. Okay. That should all be fine. Shuffle song locations. That's fine. Token sanity is off. Shop sanity off. Scrubs. Nah, shuffle cows, beans, merchants, frog songs. Dungeon rewards. Maps, compass, own dungeons, small keys, own dungeons, key rings. Off. Gerudo Fortress keys. Vanilla. Boss key, own dungeon, Ganon's boss key, vanilla. Gameplay. Cuckoos to return. Uno. Big Po target count. Uno. Skip child stealth. Yes. Skip opponent race. Skip tower escape. Complete the mask quest. Yes. Skip scarecrow song. Sure. Item pool balanced. Ice traps normal. Gossip stone hits. Need nothing. That's fine. Clear balanced. Dompe's diary for the hookshot. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Additional features. Bomb choose and logic. Enable bomb choose drop. Blue fire arrows. Sunlight arrows. Sure, full wallets, why not? Okay. Hack. Excluded, excluded, excluded. I'll do up to 30. Start with... No, I won't do that. Okay. Oh, I have to turn the rando on, don't I? Wait, do I have to turn the rando on? That didn't enable it. Need to reset. There we go. Okay. We should also have a tracker. There it is. There we go. And that should be that. Oh, I need fast text. Time savers, text speed to max, skip text, faster block lift, no force navi, fast chests. Better owl. That's interesting. Can't fave here's all night. That's interesting. That's good enough for now. Let's try that. Whoops. You're kidding me, really? All right, hang on a minute. I'm gonna adjust the item tracker window. There we go. I'm gonna adjust it a bit more. And I'm also going to add just a touch of transparency. There you go. Perfect. Interesting. Okay, hang on a minute. No, the Kokiri sword definitely... Hang on. Oh hang on a minute. There's one more thing, a few more things. Enhancements. Fixes. Do. Items. Wait. Time savers. Where's D-pad? Where's the D-pad? It used to be a thing. I know it used to be a thing. Hang on a minute. Let me read really carefully. Equip deep on D-pad. Surely it would be here. Does anyone in chat know what or where on Earth it is? Oh, there it is. Did not expect it to be under game controls config. Actually, I would prefer it to be there. Actually, I should probably get nuts and sticks as well. Anka, please. Poggies. I don't think I have Anka, please. Yo, Woo, what's up? I do. It's just not showing there. Hang on a minute. Is Streamlabs not show? Let's see. Streamlabs. Login. They are 7 TV things. Okay, give me a sec. Not too bad. Just got back from a con. It was quite fun. All widgets. There we go. Chat box. It says enable 7 TV modes. Enable VTTV, 7 TV, and FFZ. What cool things did I experience? Just got back from casino plus 400 Pepega card. Quite a bit. We experienced some interesting news from the developers. We experienced quite a few fan creations. We held our own panel. We did some speed running for them, and we also showed we were shown a few interesting tidbits of things to come for next year. We found out where the next Mysterium will be held. All quite nice. And then we went on to spend an entire week in Spokane doing whatever the hell we wanted. I know. When we like, hey, the new game, we're gonna speedrun it, and then like 3/4 of the room just gone, pieced out. It says that. Hang on a minute. What emotes do I even have? FFZ. Oh, I don't. I can't see it in this one. One sec. Let me go to here. Let's see. FFZ's got a bunch. 7 TV. Yeah, it shows here. Yeah, that shows. It just doesn't show interesting. Hang on a minute. How about now? I don't know. This is a Streamlabs thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's a Streamlabs thing. Chatbox V1. All right, hang on. Let me see if there's a different chat box now. Monkasteer. Dashboard. All widgets. Chat box. Copy widget URL. Copy. It is the exact same one. I don't know what to tell you. It's that is the same chat box, so let me launch it really quick. Nah. It sure doesn't. Scammed. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, bud. At least it shows up in Twitch chat. I don't know why it's not showing up in Streamlabs. Can't tell you. I could show you some pictures from the trip, though, if you're interested in such things like photos from a trip. Get rid of that. Streamlabs sucks. It does. I don't have any better options, though. At least not right now. Get rid of that. Pick sounds cool. All right. Let's go over here. I'll also save my game here briefly. All right. We'll give it a little music. All right, so get that picture off the screen. She doesn't care for this. She doesn't care for this one. This was on the airplane, which is its own story. So the aircraft is its own story. So let me pop myself into just chatting really quick. So okay. So I made some merch for the trip. So I had a bunch of pieces of merch made that I was just going to give away, which I did. I didn't give it all away, but I managed to give some of it away. I made little key rings. I had stickers made, and for the Guild of Speedrunners people that turned up, I also got t-shirts. So I made a bunch of merch. I just swallowed the cost and just gave it all away for free. So that was pretty neat. We started off our trip getting stuck in traffic, like you do, trying to get to the airport on time. So that was fun. When we got to the airport, we actually, for the very first time since I've lived here, we went through the international terminal at Dallas-Fort Worth, which is a much nicer terminal than any other terminal in the airport. We're like, why does this look so nice? Everything's polished, it's clean. There's like cool ceilings and cool storefronts, and like this is way better than and it turns out D terminal is the international terminal. That's just why it looks so much better. Which we then went on to have our terminal moved like 6 times. It's not 6 times. It moved 1, 2, 3, 4 times while we were in the airport. And in Dallas, there are a bunch of terminals. There's like a bazillion terminals. So hang on a second. DFW terminal map. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is Dallas-Fort Worth. And so we started out in life at the D terminal. Then we were moved to the B terminal. And then we were moved to the C terminal. Twice. The gate changed at the C terminal twice. Granted, it was one right after the other, so we had to catch. None of these things are remotely within walking distance, so you have to catch a Skylink from the other to one terminal to the next. You have to catch a train that goes from D terminal to B terminal. Then we had to catch another train to go from B terminal to C terminal. This is all while we're at the airport. Flights being delayed. It was terrible. Anyway. It was a hassle. We did finally get on the airplane. This is the one that I shot, the picture that I took while we were sitting on the airplane waiting to take off. And we did get to Spokane. And I'm going to spoil a bit, and I'll give you a picture from the bottom, which is technically from the last day. But this is Spokane, if you've never been there. It's on the east side of Washington State, right near the Idaho border. And beautiful, beautiful scenery. Mountains in the distance. It was a great time. So this is where it was. It was at the Doubletree in Spokane, which is right on the water. Let's see. Doubletree, Spokane. I'll give you a quick view of what that looks like. So this is the Doubletree. I will pop it in satellite mode. So we stayed here, which is, there's a river. The Spokane River runs through Spokane itself. And we were in the Doubletree on the water, which is right next to the convention center and like right near downtown. There's tons of like eating right here. And you can see that it's right near Riverfront Park. Tons to see, right? So let's rewind the clock all the way back to the start of the thing. So we get to the convention. This is the schedule. So this is the actual convention schedule. It started on Friday, June 30th, and ended on Sunday. We were there until Friday yesterday. We just got home yesterday. So we were there for a whole additional week. You can see in the morning on the last day is our block. So there were tons of, things to give away. People 3D printed a bunch of stuff. They created a bunch of stuff. This is all reference to the Myst games, right? So if you don't know, that's fine. This is all fan-made props and merch that correlate to the Myst games. Here's Myst Island in Lego. So they went crazy. What's Myst exactly? So now we're getting to things. So I don't know if there's a photo of this anywhere, but okay, here we go. All right, so let me point some stuff out for you. So we were doing a speedrunning block, which means we had to have a computer there that could run all the games that we were going to speedrun. So I was in charge. I was the one that agreed to do it, so I assumed responsibility for getting all the equipment there. So here's what I had to do. To start out with, I needed to have a graphics card there because my laptop was not capable of running the latest game. Thank you for not doing that. So first thing, I needed a graphics card. Now, I didn't have one to hand, and I didn't want to send a brand new one all the way to Spokane. So what I started out doing was buying Emmy a 4070 Ti so that I could put it in her computer, so that I could steal the graphics card out of her computer because it was the least valuable one that we have in the fleet. So I took the 2080 out of her rig and put it in this Razer Chroma X, which I had to purchase, and then I shipped it to somebody who lived nearby to Spokane. I shipped it to his house, and then he brought it all the way to the convention. I also had Amazon ship him a brand new ViewSonic monitor, and then I packed this laptop, this mouse, this keyboard, and a bunch of other equipment. In fact, you would have seen, I also packed, just for the hell of it, I packed lavalier microphones because I have no self-control. So I packed a bunch of stuff. I packed a ton of content creation equipment. So anyway, here is... This is the guy...
I usually don't use any of the audio from the video I take. I'll do like daily recaps or record audio separately, and just because then you don't have to worry about what you're saying.
I shipped all the equipment to his house, and he drove it.
Walking, eGPU being delivered.
So he drove it to Spokane in his car, and so I picked it up out of his vehicle. So
I need you to present this eGPU for the camera whenever it comes.
So.
Only Amazon's finest. I don't really care about.
Oh, you're not gonna open that here.
This, on the other hand, is that's more important.
So that's the box that I shipped it in. There you go. So that was me taking delivery of it. Also, not in this photo, but you'll meet him later, is... Okay, so let me rewind a bit. So we had 4 people from the Guild of Speedrunners who were doing runs at Mysterium. Myself. Hi. Zoustis, who is the guy who I shipped everything from. I have met him twice before at Mysterium 2019, and he also did runs at Games Done Quick. So he's a fixture in the community. And then we had 2 newbies this year. We had Radicoon, who is a speedrunner of many other games and has by far the biggest Twitch channel out of everyone in the guild, besides maybe one other person who's partnered. So of course they have a big channel. And he turned up, and he's doing all the recording. He loves to vlog and stuff like that. So a lot of the content you'll see in this album is his. And then lastly, we had Darkshocks, who joined the community, I think, during or straight after, like either slightly before or during like GDQ 2020. Like he was new when that was happening, and he has now become like another fixture in the community. And he had to catch a flight from Glasgow, Scotland, to be there. So he flew a hell of a long way to be there, and we are so happy that he came. I was personally like pumped that he decided to make the trip. So, because Darkshocks was going to be in the US, he decided to take advantage and get a whole bunch of things that are only available to buy in the US, such as jigsaw puzzles. He had these shipped to Dalstis' house so that he could pick them up and take them back to Scotland in his luggage. So, this is the merch that was given. This is Rad's merch, to be specific. He bought a print. He bought a Mirvan mug. This is the shirt that all the attendees were given if they did like the early bird registration. And these are the shirts that I had made, which are the Guild of Speedrunners logo. Here is us trying to fish it out of the box.
going to try and put the peanuts into the box.
It's gonna have to just be done.
So that's me unboxing said GPU. We had to fish it out and make sure that it worked. This is opening ceremonies, so...
No, Sunday.
So Dark Shocks
Sunday
is
at,
right
like-
here in the headband. There's me. There is Emmy. Adagoat
no,
there in
Sunday,
the corner.
Sunday.
He's also
Sunday
from the
at, like-
Guild of Speed Owners, but he did not. He wasn't doing any runs. There was another person there,
no,
Ace,
Sunday,
who's also
Sunday.
a member of the Guild of Speed
Sunday
Owners,
at,
but
like-
he also did not do any runs. Ace is actually on the Mysterium committee, so. So we were just chit-chatting while we were waiting for the whole thing to start. Rad shot tons of this B-roll style footage. You know, this was the most well-attended Mysterium ever, I believe. So this was packed it out. I think more than 250 registrants. So tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of people. For comparatively, there's our dumb little heads in the background right there. Let's see. Like I said, tons of fan creations. Like this is, you know, this is like wood. Someone made this out of like wood, and just, you know, just tons of little things. It was an unbelievable spread. Dice or counters anyway. Your dumb head. Don't be mean. Uru merch. This is like waiting for them to get started. This is like the table, like the table you could purchase everything back there. Lego creations. Because, you know. These are all 3D printed keys, which they, KIs, which are another item from the games. Someone 3D printed all of these, and there was like a painting session where you could paint them. And they gave away the maker file as well at the end of the thing, so. Ace was there in his furry suit, so this is another shout out to that. This is the Lego Mist Island, which I cannot even fathom how much this costs, both in materials and time. It's just unbelievable and really faithfully done. I hesitate to say this, but there was a pandemic level of people just shouting things at the presenter out of turn. It was just unbelievable how many people did not have like the social grace to just like sit and let people present. They had to interject. I cringe. Anyway, someone had a Mysterium Boston 2011 shirt. This actually turned out to be, this is from the game, but it actually turned out to also be part of the puzzles. Part of the puzzles that were done live at the thing. So this is us actually practicing the speedrunning segment.
I'm probably not going to use the audio from any of this, so like...
I mean, it's completely up to you.
So we had like a bunch of runs planned. This Dark Shocks was the one who was doing the any percent. So you can see kind of, you get a rough idea of what it's like because he's just clicking like mad. I'm showing the audio.
Way back.
Oh no. I would say categorically that all of us did better in practice than we did live, but that's totally fine. We got our point across. People liked it. They had a great time.
That was great. Alright. And I'm gonna guess that. No, it didn't. Okay. That's something.
We were even timing it just because we have no self-control.
Goes to the menu. Okay.
So
I'm
you get the
probably not
idea.
gonna
That
use
is
the
a
audio for any of
misrun
this, so, like-
in a nutshell right there. So
We should at least boot it up once.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright.
We were testing different mice to see which one we liked the most for the run. So, and the reason he's doing all of this is because one of the runs, I had to guide him blindfolded. That was a fun one. So, I had to bring all that equipment. That's actually DarkShox's mouse pad, which I have in my bag behind me. He forgot it, and I have to ship it back to him. You can see he's like concentrating. Looks like the mouse I use. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of like all Logitech G502s. So in fact, that was DarkShox's first time seeing a Logitech G502, and he asked me to send him the model on Amazon because he really wanted one. Here you go. Here's your first picture of Rad. You see him on camera. So Rad was, like I said, another person I was super excited to have there, and I'm hoping that those abs, or lack thereof, yeah. I think this is DarkShox. He took this picture, didn't he? Yeah, it was DarkShox. And there's Zaustis, the final of our little group. So we did a ton of just running around and just doing stuff. So we had a rental car while we were there, so we were constantly driving out of the city or just driving around, just doing stuff. I think this was going to Walmart. I believe we were on our way to Walmart here, so because we were staying there for so long, we're like, we'll purchase a bunch of snacks and drinks and stuff. So we hopped in the car and we decided to go to Walmart, which was actually. I
kind of hope they never add it.
It was very busy at Walmart. Busier than any of us would have liked. We went to Arby's for lunch on the way back from Walmart. It was actually one of the nicer Arby's that any of us have been to in a while. Yep, 502 is a solid mouse. And it actually, not only was it a nice one, it had the old sign. When's the last time any of us have seen an original Arby's sign? With neon. So here's us walking back in with all of our... I'm carrying
there's one lime scooter in here.
36 cans of drinks. You still have one of those, huh? We don't have any Arby's that has that sign around us, so...
Okay, there's one...
We're just carrying armfuls of stuff in. They had... So it's they had a Starbucks inside the hotel. So if you got up at the right time, you could buy Starbucks in the hotel lobby. So you can see the Starbucks.
We haven't gone to any panels at all.
In the background there.
Are they still building Uru 1003DS Max? No.
At least I'm still living under the shadow of Flapcrack. I know, right? The other thing they did, and Emmy will tell you all about this, is they gave away warm cookies, free of charge, whenever you ask, just warm cookies all day long. And they were good cookies, too. Doubletree has great cookies. More kind of just exposition of this island. I have no idea how they shipped this there and had it arrive. I have no idea how this made it. It's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable to me. Maybe you making a 1x1 recreation of the game in Minecraft? Never. So there are Lime scooters all over Spokane. So we hopped on Lime scooters and went all over the place.
Oh, right.
More on that later because we truly did go all over the place. But we started out by, like I said, the DoubleTree is on the water right in front of Riverfront Park. So we rode through Riverfront Park and down to the dam. So there's a hydroelectric dam, or I don't know if it's still in service. It's basically like a power co-op, but there's like gondolas that go down over the water and come back up. Emmy and I rode these when we were there in 2019. We didn't do them. They were stopped on the day that we went over, but it's still a great scene. So here's the riverfront. I guess here's a sign. So kind of a picture. So this is like an overlooking the water because it descends. It descends down over the falls. So there's the overlook that we were sitting at, and then
I'll just swoop around.
we're just like looking around. So here's a view of like the what we think is like the hydroelectric. I think we're thinking that this is hydroelectric, like right there before it goes down. This is there was a lime scooter. Someone just hurled it over the edge of a bridge.
That we encourage forms of transportation that are more sustainable. Let's just throw them in the river and make the pollution problem worse.
Here's me monologuing. So the overlook is like over here off to the right, but you can see the river comes through here, drops off, and then continues to go down like several waterfalls. So you can see like Washington Water Power. So that's what leads me to think it's like an old hydroelectric or something like that. So this bridge there's like several bridges you can see that cross the river. So someone's finger in the photo. I don't know why DarkShock's uploaded this one photo of nothing. So like I said, we went riding all down the riverfront on the lime scooters.
No, just keep going.
We're going slow here because we're geo-fenced. So Lime had set up a couple of paths
Look
where
back,
like you had to go slowly.
Yeah.
So, like I said, Rad shot tons and tons of B-roll footage. And you can see, like, now at this point, the water level has dropped like 100 feet. You did not have to go far for the water level to go from like right at ground level to down a 100-foot gorge. This is within riding distance on a scooter, so you can see that the scenery has changed substantially. Riding past like some apartments or condos or something, there was like a little restaurant over here on the right. There's like the edge of like downtown, like back that way.
That way.
I think this is just a clip. This is a cut of that previous one. Yeah. So. Oh yeah, Rad got ahead of us and like shot some. Just riding along. Riding scooters is so much fun. So I mentioned the.
So the aim of the puzzle, and I'm sorry that it's not arranged very well, but is to start in the middle and work your way up, which worked for a time. And you can see I actually notated my path all the way around, numbering my stops, because that pertains to this. But when I got to about here, I encountered a dead end. I eliminated all the possibilities, encountered a dead end, which means I made a mistake. So instead, what I've done is I've located the end, and you can see I've worked my way backward by eliminating all other paths, and you can see that I successfully managed to do that because I have a very clearly cut path.
So you're brute forcing the puzzle?
I am doing the longest form possible, yeah.
Okay.
So
puzzles that we played, we did not win, but I had fun playing. Would not have the patience. I did finish that bit of the puzzle. That puzzle's like one of like 12 that we had to solve, and I finished that one. And by the time I looked up, everyone else who was in our group, except for like 1 or 2 other people, were gone, like to dinner. So I was like, all right, well, I did one of these things and I solved it, so I'm going to dinner too. Speaking of dinner, so this is Zaustus and his family. So him, his wife, and his child. And then this is Dan, also known as Fuse Shadow. He is one of the event organizers. We've made friends ever since Mysterium 2020. I think probably 2019, but definitely since Mysterium 2020 when we did it, when it was virtual. And we've just gotten closer. In fact, we are compatriots in game testing. He's playtesting a game that all of us are playtesting as well. So very nice to get to know him and to keep him as a friend. And then, of course, Emmy and I. We went to a place called The Onion. It was a grill and bar in downtown Spokane. This is one of the 3D prints I gave away. In fact, if you can... I have one. It's that little white thing right there. I have one from a previous year. What did we end up eating? I couldn't tell you. I don't remember what we got from The Onion. What did I get? A burger? A sandwich? Pasta? I don't remember what I got from The Onion. A Thai wrap. I did get a wrap. It was all right. It was all right. It was a little spicy. I'm shocked that you remember that because I would not have. Turn off the fan. Okay. Walking back from dinner, well, I looked up and saw a Chinese place that is using the OBS logo as part of their sign. I was completely shocked. I was like, that's the OBS logo. What? I thought that was noteworthy. Brad discovered... Okay, so going back to where can I go? Okay, it's not... I don't have a photo of it. There's a revolving door in front of the hotel, and one of the puzzles, one of the activities was they hit a whole bunch of these little printed pieces of like collectibles all around the hotel. And we were going out the revolving door. I was having a conversation with Rad, and I turned around in the turnstile to like continue talking to him, and this thing was stuck to the inside face of the handle that you push against. And I was like, oh, get it. And he's like, what are you talking about? And so like he like ran his hand along the inside of it and found it. And this is the one that he found. So we have a long walk from the TSA pre-check to our gate, which is at this point changed to D3. Started out in life as D4, now it's D3. We're walking through. I've flown out of DFW tons and tons of times. I had noted, but we have. So we had a. Oh, is this a? Oh, interesting. Interesting. A closer resemble the usual form of a magatama. When it appears as a Mitsodoma. Expect to be anxious over it. Interesting. I did not know that the OBS logo was a derivation of that sort of symbol. Thank you. I have been informed. We had a couple of nights where we just like recorded like podcast style like vlogs and stuff like that, so that's what this is. We were just chit-chatting. This is Rad's terminals at
Beaver?
Badger?
I've been to Terminal D before.
Named Leroy.
I quickly realized it's because Terminal D is the international terminal.
More footage from the con room. We didn't spend an awful lot of time here, but we did spend some time here, so this is just like, you know... Oh, I took this. This isn't Rad, this is me. It's an otter? My bad. You're an otter.
Nope, you're fine, you can go right through.
Oh, I took this B-roll footage. How long is this video? This video is 4 minutes long. I'm not going to make you watch it, but this was announcements. This was the day that we were going to Cyan, so if you don't know...
I'm just taking this for Rad.
if you don't know, Cyan is the maker of Myst. They are headquartered in Meade, Washington, which is just to the east of Spokane. So, or northeast, something like that. And so, the reason that we were in Spokane this year is because Cyan had, one of the days was basically an entire event at their headquarters. So, this is the bus loading instructions for people going to Cyan. We did not take the bus. We had a rental, so we drove. So this is us on our way out to go get in the car and drive to Cyan. People were dressed up, as you can see. They were all sorts of cosplays and everything that were... Is this one of the hotel things? It is. So... Oh, I see.
Why is it a curved hallway? I can't do this.
Walking backwards down a curved hallway.
Oh, I see.
On our way to Cyan.
B-roll footage.
Yes. We're excited for what we don't know.
Dark Shucks just punching the ceiling of the car. We discovered
Boarded up windows. The soffits are all falling apart.
It's a Texas staple.
Yeah, boarded up windows.
we just saw this completely trashed house, and we were like, that looks really bad.
Food or franchise pizza.
Like Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think I just asked this question. I think I saw pizza, and I was like, hey, tell me about your
Like
pizza.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
And discussion would be,
Yeah.
whether we eat that today.
Your food.
I just like, hey, what do you like for pizza? There's a real real estate firm right next to Cyan, so we had to park in their parking lot, and there was like this little, like, I don't know what it was, thing that was just like in the margins next to them.
No.
I said it was burial ground, and Dark Shocks was like, really? And I was, no, of course not.
Talk.
Oh, I see.
You excited?
Yeah, very excited. Extremely.
Rad was just collecting shots everywhere. Cyan had 2 EVSEs in their parking lot, which I was very excited by. So I had to check them out. Got some shots. So this is their office. This is their land and their office. So they had like walking trails like through the forest around their office. So their office is over here on the right.
Like, how are we gonna get kicked out of here before we
Want to make a bet? Which one of us is going to get kicked out first?
It's gonna be Rad, and it's gonna be for the most obnoxious reason possible. Like his badge was flipped over and his raccoon was showing.
This is
His raccoon was showing. Yeah.
3DS.
See, you realize that you're exploring all the things that are going to be explored on the tour.
Oh.
I mean,
They-
you know I'm giving this away? Right now.
You can definitely see the artistic interpretation of literally right outside the office windows, though. In the games, like this. Yeah, well, I mean, this. Can you not see walking through here to get to a log cabin, to open a door, light a boiler?
I mean, I agree, but wasn't Myst made somewhere else than here? Was Myst made
They
here
no,
on the premises?
no, I believe they lived in Washington.
Right. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I was just following him around.
Oh, if you watch the 2020 doc that Eric did with Rand, he talks about the wood path that leads up off the dock,
Mhm.
and he's like, you know, before that was just like a rectangle or like a extruded cube. Like we just repeated that up the side of the mountain or the hill, and nobody cared what it looked like. But I had to go back and like model it realistically. And he's like, I was doing research, like, and I don't think that exists. He's like, nobody just puts wood planks in the ground. Like, they don't bury, there's usually like an underlayer, or it's like lifted off the ground, or it's stone steps. It's not just like, so, yeah. They're all the same mesh. The piece of wood there, it's all it is like rotated or flipped. It's all exactly the same object, just repeated up the hill.
You watched Toys, huh? It's a bit of a fever dream, isn't it? So this is the front entrance to Cyan. More just
B-roll footage of Rad taking B-roll.
oh, this is Shox's footage. Filming the filmer.
You're gonna get a video of me violating.
Yes, the Robin Williams movie Toys, yeah. So there was a lot of standing around. There was a lot of standing around while we were waiting for like the whole thing to kick off. So, talking about the weather briefly, it was like 90 degrees every day while we were there. But Washington, for whatever reason, is much less humid than Texas, and as a result, it was completely bearable. Like Emmy and I are from Texas, and we hate being out in Texas heat, but I think both of us were like, okay, like being out in the heat in Washington. I'm sure it's her much less so than me, but it was fine. We wore sunscreen for most of the trip, but it was fine. So here we are again, assembled. It completely flopped commercially, yeah. So we've got
It's just a video. We just get these nice crowd shots.
That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right. It's just a video.
So we got Emmy took this photo. She actually took a handful. This is a filtered photo. I have never seen this effect before, but it's got a depth of field filter on it. You can kind of see it didn't work perfectly around like Emmy's glasses, but it was kind of cool nonetheless.
Until we're there?
Well, we're here.
Supposed to start at 10. We'll be going in over there.
Right. Maybe that is enough time to...
So this is the line to go in. So this is the line of people to get into Cyan, and which actually the main event for most of it was held in the church next door. So I think this is, yeah, so this is Rad going down the line of people that were there. It was a very, very, very long line of people. I think we were like close to the end of it, so. Oh, is this Dark Shox's footage? There's Dan.
Single pile line. Nice orderly line, folks. Nice orderly line.
Nauseum was supposed to be here.
No.
Yeah, there were a lot of people that had to back out. So, Key actually went so far as to register, and then he had to back out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I mean, I almost backed out because of plane tickets.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, just talking about who from the guild was supposed to be there. Gelly was supposed to be there. Nauseum,
There were a lot of people that had to
POW.
back out, so
We had a lunch. We
He
had
actually
many
went so far as
people
to
say they
register,
were
and
interested
then he
and
had
then
to back out.
couldn't make it.
yeah.
So this is the inside of the church. That's Hannah and Eric on stage, who work at Cyan. Oh no, that's not. That's the first guy whose name escapes me.
Welcome to Cyan.
So there was not signing. Yeah, there was like meet and greet with Rand, who is the CEO of Cyan and a face of the games. So he's right there. You can see him. This is Rawa, who is a fixture in Cyan for his carrying of the lore of the games. So I was filming Rad. I was filming him get his stuff signed. So I was just standing behind him with my phone, just kind of, just taking video. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Rad had the original Myst poster that came with the game that he had notated as a child, all of the puzzles on the poster. And so he brought that original poster for Rand to sign. So a nice piece that connects him to the game that he had Rand sign.
How you doing?
I'm doing very good. How are you?
Good, good. You just want to take a selfie with him?
I've been press ganged as somebody else's video.
I love it.
We've got 10 minutes to get through.
Hear me talking about it. This is this guy with the curly hair in the foreground is Philip. He is the man filming the Myst documentary. He's been filming for years. So we all highly anticipate this when it comes out. There's a moment at the end of this where I completely panic. And I'm like, oh God, I've got a camera and I'm holding someone's bag and I don't want any of this in my shot with Rand. So I guess there's like a moment where like I like drop my phone and I'm like trying to drop the bag and I'm like, oh God. So Shock's got some stuff. They had cookies there. Let me rotate this really quick. Can I rotate this? No, this is not my photo. I can't rotate this. They had a whole bunch of cookies there that were quite delicious. Here is, we were trying to talk to Eric and Hannah about maybe having Cyan Ventures reach out, mystifying. Oh no. We were trying to talk to Hannah and Eric. My cookie was not great. We were trying to have them reach out. So Cyan Ventures is Cyan's publishing arm. Cyan Worlds is their development arm. So Cyan Ventures, we were trying to have them reach out to a friend of ours who was trying to publish a game to see if they might have a conversation. That's all we really wanted to do, was to incite a conversation between our friend and Cyan Ventures. That's all we were there to do. So they served us food, so we had hot dogs. We're just kind of like in the courtyard at the bottom. It gets a 2-story office, and we're like at the courtyard down at the bottom. So here's me just stuffing my face. I then went on to find Emmy. We're just sitting on the ground. I think this is just...
Didn't they all get in trouble for like sexual harassment?
This discussion is about
like,
Rooster
unsafe
Teeth.
workplace or...
So this is inside Cyan's offices. So this is a the hanging over their receptionist desk. I'll just kind of go through these. So these are like some of the fixtures that are hanging on the walls inside their office in the hallways. So this is props that were used in the games. This is Gen. This is Gen's costume from Riven. Catherine's costume from Riven. This is their elevator buttons are all in Dunny numerals rather than in English numerals. I will point out there's only 2 floors to this office, and I bet you the only reason the fire marshal let them get away with this is because there is no 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th floor to this office. But the buttons are there. So this is announcing their Uru Live, which went live in 2006 and crashed and burned, but is still maintained by the fans to this day. Prints from Riven. Little bits and pieces kind of dotted around the office. This is the... I forget his function. He's the guy who assaults you at the start of Riven. That's his costume. Whole bunch of trophies and awards that won, all this stuff won back in the day. Let's see if I can zoom in at all. People's Voice Award winner. Game's technical achievement. Congrats on the Mist team. Cyan Worlds 2022. So they're still winning awards. This is a Moiety, a rebel. This is a rebel costume. Drawings, concept art that they've just got framed. Cyan World headquarters, tilted sideways. Don't know what that is. Staircase leading down. Oh, story time. So we got to the bottom, and in the conference room, which is in the basement of Cyan, they had a table full of fan creations that Cyan has collected over the years. For those of you who know, I went to AGDQ 2020 and I tried to get shirts made back then, and I was self-conscious about the fact that I'd be using a lot of imagery from Cyan's IPs, intellectual property, and so I contacted them and I said, hey, we're trying to get a thing made, but we don't want to do it because it's your intellectual property. We'd like your permission. And after some back and forth, I'll spare you the short form of the story is after some back and forth, we arrived at a design that they said was okay for me to print, and they asked for one shirt for me to send them so that they could have it as, you know, a token of, like, you know, a fan creation. And it was on the bench. The thing that I created, that Emmy designed and I had printed back in 2020, they had it out on the bench. And that was super cool. So this is all... This is my footage, isn't it? Yeah, this is mine. So I took like a super long shot. They had, as you can see, some wet floor signs, some squeeze, fan creations, journeys, figurines, just tons and tons and tons of stuff. Their conference room ceiling is a star field, and it flickers, like all the stars flicker. This is like an animated rooftop. It's really cool. More props. All from the series. The lever, the infamous lever from the start of Riven.
Go.
On that side.
Oh, you didn't go to Arby's.
Actually, even worse. It's actually, they had actually 3 fully automated.
Darkshox claimed that he was so short on caffeine that he had to leave Cyan's headquarters and walk to a gas station that was nearby. And he got 2 of these because he was desperate for some caffeine. We all had a little chuckle about that. So this is Darkshox coming back after having run to the gas station that was down the highway and come back. Guessing this is Darkshox again. You can kind of see like spread, so like the walking path that goes behind their office. There's like a little presenter stage off behind there. We all ate lunch on the lawn that was like hidden behind these trees. There's the church. Yeah, Darkshox took all these. So here's the panel with Rand, and this is Richard Vanderwen. If you, again, director of the games. So this was like their Q&A. It was very nice to see them. Then this is...
I mean,
Oh yes, there was a guy there who had a goat and a giant snake. Not giant by comparison, the kind that you do not see in public very much, but it's a python, a very large python. And they were both like thrilled and like wanted to stop and look at it. And I was just like, that's cool. And then I just walked off, and they were miffed that I didn't take a more sincere interest. Tons of Canadian geese. Canadian murder chickens.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Oh, great idea.
Firmament, ever heard of it?
Look, all right. Don't. I'm interested in what I'm interested in. All right. You can't shame me for it. So they're practicing the last run firmament. This is the actual run.
Everything's going great.
We were desperate to get all the tech working for the presentation. It was not. It did not. Nothing went to plan with their
Everything's
electric
going great.
snakes.
Shockingly,
So we were trying to get everything set up, and we were struggling with some of our tech. So we did get it working in the end, though. So we were just doing tech testing.
Hi, I'm Justice. I've been running these games, running these games since back 2019. I've run all of them actually at this point, all the Cyan games. Been loving the Cyan games since Myst came out, probably played it in '94. Yeah, so it's been a great way to keep involved with the community and keep playing these games even though I know how to solve all the puzzles.
where did you come from to be here?
I actually came from the Tri-Cities, which is 2 hours southwest of here, so this is convenient for me.
I am Flapjack. I've come from Dallas, Texas to be here. I joined the community right after the 25th came out in 2018, which is continually built up, and a lot of you have joined that community, which is awesome. I was one of 3 people who ran this at a Games Done Quick back in 2020, and this is the very first time we've had a chance to present live for Mysterium.
Hi, can you hear me? Yeah. Hi, I'm Doctor. I'm from Germany. I currently live in the UK. I came all the way here just to have fun with you all people.
I wanted them to talk about the things that were cool about themselves, so I.
With main focus on this. Super glad to be here.
Hi, I'm Red. I joined the community after seeing their run in ATP 2020, and I'm that guy that plays all the weird categories, like the iPad version, or for PlayStation. There's something for everyone, and we're going to put on a good show today, so I hope you're excited.
You can tell us what is speedrunning? Why was someone
Okay, show me. Please play Ribbon.
We came up with an idea of like the things that we would talk about while we were presenting.
Were you like, I just got to beat this game? That's the
So
only thing I care about.
I'm not gonna make you sit through the whole thing, but
I think that's sort of.
Rad was like presenting, so this is I think during my run. So
And we have the first 2 red pages. Now, we hear something in the distance. We're gonna go.
I think I accidentally did this out of order.
We're pointing out this is the.
You did watch it all already.
Steam version, so we're not playing like an old unpatched version or something. This is what you can just go and buy right now.
This is the retail version available on Steam. Let me get the blue page.
Thank you for panning away from my mistakes. So, Dark Shocks then went on to do any percent.
You know what this is? Everyone's done this, but Dark Shocks is going to try and do it pretty quick.
Wow.
And I was the expert plumber. Thank you. So, Rad doing iPad.
Did y'all talk? I didn't notice.
Yes, I did. All of your day.
I mean about the. Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So the other thing that you can't really tell, because there's no audio, so you'll have to take our word for it, is that the music in this section is deafening, and it's not balanced with Atris's speech at all. So it literally sounds like he's mute.
Yeah.
You can't hear him talk at all. So the assumption is that he hands you a note because he's mute and he can't actually speak in the ending cutscene.
And then after he gets upset at you, he gives you this whole sign note. Yeah, just so you can remember how mad he was.
What kind of fool are you?
So this version's kind of interesting because we think this is sort of a prototype of Realness Masterpiece. Despite it looking a lot like the original PC release with textures and models,
We suspect it's not plasma.
Yeah, it has all the same glitches as the version you're about to see.
Which runs on Unity.
And this came out just a couple years before.
You totally fill them. So,
Right, so he's
we
also
did,
doing- he's using
Zoustis did a Real Mist run. I think Dark Shocks did a 2020 Mist run, so this is the Unreal version of the game.
So I'm very thankful for that.
And then this was a fun one.
Alright.
Dark Shocks is blindfolded.
Good. Let me double check once we start what was landed. I think it's good. 2 clicks. Go. Right. About face. Full left. Full left again. Okay. Center. 20 left. 2 clicks. 2 clicks. Left hand. Click. Marker switch. Lower left.
I'm trying to tell him where to place his mouse. So you can hear, I'm literally telling him where to place his mouse. It was a wild run. It was a wild thing to do. Terrible idea, but you know. So, as some of you will have noted, we said, hey, we're going to run Firmament. This game's never been run before live. If you haven't finished playing the game, you might want to leave. And I swear, 3/4 of the room stood up and out the door. It was hilarious. This is Ace. So I mentioned that we had one more person we had 2 more people that were there from the guild but hadn't submitted any runs. And Ace is one of them. So we got a photo with Ace. This was just a photo of the run, I guess. So we went out that afternoon, I think, for lunch. We found this really cool marketplace diner. So it's like diner. This was really neat. So we went here. Boston has a lot of these like cafeteria style. Ace is in the guild, yep. Went to a comic book store.
No, you can't look at the camera. What are you looking at otherwise?
I was looking at... No, this one, Hellcat. Because I was like, that doesn't look like a Hellcat, it looks like a lizard cat. Or like, you know...
Had board games and stuff. So this is just us walking down, I think this is Brown Street or something. So the hotel is like behind this building here. Everything was super walkable. It was really nice. It was nice to be in Spokane for that length of time because everything was nice and easy to walk to. Photo of the back of Rad's head. Rad told me to like just like look ahead for a bunch of this B-roll, so that's exactly what I did. This is prizes. Interesting note on the prizes. Everyone from the guild, including people who registered but were not there, won a prize. Except me. Dark Shocks won, Zoustis won, Rad won, Key of W, who wasn't even there, won. Emmy also did not win. It was really funny. So, this is me talking to Dan again.
Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't. One went pretty quickly, and then another was like...
I was like, if Greenie wins, I'm pretty sure she's taking a picture.
So.
Excellent. Oh my god.
Actually, I have to mail Dark Shocks' photo as well. Not Dark Shocks, Zoustis. I gotta mail Zoustis' photo.
Okay.
In both of these pictures, there is someone just
In the background.
poor Rawa.
Hang on, let's. Yours is fine.
Yeah.
Flip it toward me.
Oh. Sorry.
Nice. Dude, you were. He's just like, I don't want to touch it. Wait, what is he doing? Wait, what is that?
It's his wife, I think.
Dark Shock's photo.
I'll find a postcard and I'll put it in an envelope.
Just zooming in further and further. The menu. It's like some sort of like menu. Dark Shock's told me to give him a Vanna White.
Okay, now be sad. Okay, your turn.
What? Oh no.
It's over.
He's bending the sign. Oh yeah, this was at the swimming pool, which there was one. Madeline's Cafe. Where are we here? I can't place this photo. This is still in Spokane somewhere. If any of you speak Celsius, this is the temperature that it was. So. Oh, I can't show this. I can show this angle. This is us group playtesting a game that all of us have been playtesting individually, but we're all under NDA. And we realized, we like took a look at each other like, wait a minute, all four of us have signed the same NDA. We can play this game together. And so this is all, we all congregated in someone's hotel room and we played the game together. And we recorded it and we sent it to the dev. So that was pretty cool. Yet another thing that Zoust, Dark Shocks had mailed to the hotel so that he could have it. This is the long scooter ride. We rode scooters for I think 16 miles out to a park and back. So this is, the park is like around this mountain. So we rode scooters down this road and around this mountain. And it was gorgeous. That's Dark Shock's dialer for some reason. So.
Why am I walking while I'm taking this footage?
I have no idea. A bunch of trails, a suspension bridge, which Emmy wanted no part of. She stayed on the opposite side while we all crossed and like went down to the water. Oh, that photo, she's taking a photo right there. That photo is about to turn up as like the very next thing. There's that photo that she was taking in the background. Oh, this is actually taken by you. You joined the album. Interesting. So, this is Riverfront Park, I believe, or Riverfront State Park. So, this is the same river that's right by the hotel. It's just much, much further down, so. Bunch of videos taken. I think that moment that you hear Emmy and I like having a loud conversation in the background is Emmy saying, "I'm not crossing that." I'm like, "Is it okay if I cross?" And she's like, "Of course." So, this video, yeah. So this is across the bridge and then down towards the shore. So we're standing on the rocks.
Wanna go for a swim?
What?
Couldn't hear anything. It was deafening. Oh, Oh, this is super short. So, nice little headshot of Dark Shocks there. There's the suspension bridge. This is a video, yeah. More of Rad's B-roll. So we had to walk out. Oh, there was an overlook. So what's not apparent is that down this way is a long incline, and we went down it to get to the park, but we had to go back up it on the way back. And if you've ever ridden a mass transit scooter, they do not have enough power to hill climb generally. And these also did not have the power to hill climb. So you had to like kick your way up the hill. And many people were out of breath when we got there. When I say many, I mean all of us were out of breath.
Of ourselves.
Here's a photo of all of us having just survived that incline. We went to a place called Uptown Brewery. I believe the Uprise Brewing Company. Rad was just taking video of us.
Offerings and things that are basically only available direct from brewing companies. Like
Talking about brewing companies.
Offerings and
This is Shocks. He got himself a stout, an American stout.
seasonal things, and they made a strawberry doppelbock called Strawgator, and it only came in a bottle. So I bought one and I split it with a buddy, and it was seasonal things, and they made
It was really good. There was a pinball machine there called Oktoberfest.
He was wearing his lederhosen.
Yeah. Oh, I remember when you, for a joke, said he even owns lederhosen, and then I posted.
You actually did.
Yeah, and I posted a picture of me in lederhosen. I'm like, you didn't expect that, but I do actually have lederhosen. That's pretty cool.
Yep. We kept swapping lore about America versus Germany. I think this is... What day is this? I don't know what day this is. Is there info on this? Nope. That's not what I wanted. Get rid of that. I wanted the info. This was Tuesday, so this was 2 days after the thing was over. So where did we go Tuesday? Mount Spokane, whatever. State park about 40 minutes outside of the city. So this is like a mountain, an actual mountain. So. So we stopped at a few places going up the hill. So going up the hill, the mountain. We took a bunch of photos. This is at the top, so this has got a ski lift at the top of the mountain. So this was the view. Some people had done some rock stacking. They had like these really cool observers, so they put stakes in the ground with like little tubes aimed at things so that you could like look at them. So Lake Coeur d'Alene is actually in Idaho, so you're looking over the border into Idaho from the top of this mountain. Cairn, sure, you can see they had a whole bunch of them. So this is a video, right? Yeah. I think I took a few panning shots, so you could see 4 miles. I think I'm just like standing on top of a rock and just like slowly panning. Or trying to slowly pan. It was windy, a little chilly with the wind, but otherwise okay. It was cool, it wasn't really that cold. Got a picture with Emmy. Yeah, we took tons of photos. It was nice. Oh yeah, people riding bikes up the road, being followed by a car after all these. We thought that this was hilarious. These two bikes, because there's nowhere. The road is way too narrow for you to go around. So these cars are all stuck behind these bikers. There's a hummingbird. There was a hummingbird on top of the mountain. This was like the little turnaround on top of the mountain. I was just standing there like an idiot. There was also a little villa, like a little house on Vista. And I got another panning shot. So Idaho is this direction over here, so. It was a very narrow road going up the mountain. Nobody in the car was particularly thrilled about the lack of the road was so narrow because you had to go. People had to go by, so you had to like come to like a dead stop and like leave room.
If you overbalance, you're on your own.
This is the ski lift part of the area, which when it's covered in snow, it's a much different story. But back in Spokane now. This is Riverfront Park. A bunch of geese. I don't know how he got that shot. So we rode scooters to dinner, I believe. Someone was drumming in the background. Ah, yes. So we were also there for 4th of July, and the fireworks were right next to the hotel. This is the parking lot of the hotel. Darkshock's first American 4th of July. It was alright. It was a good fireworks show. Conceivably, someone got the perfect hotel room to watch this. It was not us. I think Rad was testing out to see what it looked like recording on his phone. It actually looks pretty good. Often it doesn't really get good like camera highlights. But it seemed to turn out all right. The grand finale put so much smoke in the air. It was like, we were like breathing it for like 5 minutes. So we went to Idaho the next day. We drove all the way to Idaho to this park. And that's it. That's the only photo from there. We didn't stay long. We were on the water. It was basically like a little like amusement, not amusement park, but like just like a walking park, and it had a marina. The trash goat was something else, wasn't it? This is a sculpture that is also a garbage collector.
You got it.
You push the button and you literally shove things in its mouth and it sucks them up. This is the next day. This is the final day. This is Rad's final breakfast. We went to diner that is like, you know, every old diner in America that you've ever been to, like Perkins, but or Denny's, but this is like a one-off diner. They had delicious pancakes, and we had eggs. We both had eggs Benedict. That's what we had. And then we had to go to the UPS store to mail my eGPU home, along with the monitor, which is still in the mail. Won't arrive till next week. But we drove by a giant Gothic cathedral church looking thing, and I was like, we're stopping there to take pictures, and so we did. This is just outside of Spokane. It's not outside of Spokane, it's literally still in Spokane. So this is an Episcopal church, and I just wanted to get up close and take pictures. So very, very good looking. Yeah, the functional sundial. I checked go back and check the time. It's just before 1, and I took this photo at 12:58. So, functional sundial. Front of the church. And then, yeah, just their door, the other side. This is the view from the church. So the church is at the top, like, Spokane is like built into like the slow slope that goes down into like a valley, and Spokane is built on this, so you can see it's basically overlooking Spokane. This is like all of downtown right here. And then on the way back, as we were stopped at an intersection, I looked over to the right and saw Dick's, and thought that was funny, so I took a photo. That's it. That is the end of that album. That is our trip to Spokane. There's plenty of other stories that I don't have photos for, but that was kind of a trip in pictures. We had a great time. I'd say this is the most fun that we've had at a Mysterium, for sure. It was I got to meet lots of cool people and hang out with lots of cool people. It was a good time. I ate way more food than I should have. I definitely have reversed my diet by a few pounds that I'm going to have to get rid of. So, but still a fantastic experience. Would do again. We both times we've been to Spokane, it's been great. Like, Washington State is just fantastic. So there you go. It was expensive. I don't know that we'll make the same purchasing decisions that we did this year, but I would definitely be more than willing to go to Washington State. I still want to go to Puget Sound area. We didn't have any time for that, but I would love to do Puget Sound. That would be fantastic. We'll plan it better next time. We'll carve off the last few days, and instead of staying at a hotel in Spokane, we'll drive to Seattle. We'll stay at a hotel in Seattle. That'll be neat. Well, what time is it? It's 2:30. I woke up so late today. I actually do have to go to UPS store to mail out a few things. So I'm going to let's see, is there anyone online? Like, is either Rad or Shocks or one of them online? Let's see. Let's see. Dark Shocks is still online. Let's raid him. Oh, and he's talking about perfect. This is perfect timing. We'll raid Dark Shocks. Say hello to him. He was also there. He'll have more stories to tell about his interesting experiences as a German in America for a week. Yes, I do. Catch you guys later. Say hi to Dark Shocks before you peace out, and have a good rest of your day.